If your thoughts were played on loudspeakers, you would either run away or get arrested. You think you're thinking? No. Thinking is just happening. Like breathing, like heartbeat. You're not your thoughts. You're the one aware of them. But the tragedy is, you've been hijacked by the noise in your head. You know the real problem in the world right now? We live in a world where people are not suffering life. They are suffering the content of their own mind. That's what some wise people say. People wake up with different moods. People wake up and once they open their eyes, their mind starts screaming. Why did he say that? Am I good enough? What if I fail? Does she like me? This non-stop chatter just keeps going. Imagine a radio that never stops, mostly talks only crap. And now imagine that voice which is talking in the radio as your mind. You're literally living in a prison, right? You must know that whatever you think is just a recycled memory. Listen carefully. Thought is not an intelligence, it is a memory. Your thoughts are just a soup of things you picked up through TV, parents, pain, trauma, price, TikToks. Like a great guru says, nothing new ever comes through a thought. It's just a recycle of the same old nonsense. So every morning, your mind picks up the trash of yesterday and decorates it with a new drama. And you call that life? It once happened. One day, Private Peter went to a psychiatrist. He said, "Doctor, there are two voices in my head. One says I'm genius and the other says I'm a donkey." Well, the doctor asked, "What do you say?" So the Peter replied, "I'm the guy who listens and suffers." So that's most of the people. 2, 3, sometimes 30 voices in their head and none of them is you. Well, a great guru says, there is a space between you and your mind. That space is called liberation. Let's break it down. You must know that you are the awareness, not the thought. Next time the thought comes, just watch it. Don't react, don't label, just observe. You will notice something which is incredible. If you can watch your thought, then you will know clearly that you are not the thought. You are the witness. The more aware you become, the more distance you create from this mental mess. Because you must understand, the distance is freedom. The distance is clarity. The distance is peace. Today you say, I overthink. No, you don't think. Thinking impulses conscious directions. You're just mentally constipated. People meditate for 20 minutes and think for 20 hours. And they wonder why life is so heavy. Would you eat junk 24/7 and expect you to feel light? Do you expect peace after consuming so much of garbage thoughts? And let's see how you can transcend them. First of all, you must know that you should not fight or avoid thoughts. Don't fight them, transcend. Because the nature of mind is such that there is no subtraction. There is only multiplication and addition. For the next second, just try this simple experiment. Close your eyes and sit. And do not think of a donkey. Just say how many donkeys you got. At least 3 to 4. Because the moment you try to resist something, it will only multiply. That is the nature of mind. So the best way is that you create a distance between which is you and which is not you. These thoughts are just an accumulation from the external world. That which is not you. So thinking that I will stop thought and I will fight thought, this is a trap. You cannot stop thoughts. Trying to stop thoughts doesn't work. If you just stop identifying yourself with things which are not you, then that's an end of suffering. Fighting thoughts is like shouting to an echo. It will only bounce back harder. Instead, become bigger than your mind. Like a being in a cinema hall. You know it's a screen. You enjoy the movie, but you don't jump into the screen, right? But most people are fully inside this mind movie, screaming, crying, suffocating. Step back. You are the screen. The mind is the movie. Let's play. You must know, once you have mastery over your mind, it is just a fantastic slave. The problem is you have identified your mind as an intelligence. You have confused between an intelligence and an intellect. Once you identify something, that is intellect. Intellect is a sharp object. Sharp things are only good for cutting. Through intellect, you need a logical explanation for everything. Once you go behind all these things, there is no way but to just get identified with things. You think the mind is useful. Yes, it is for a survival process. It is like a knife. Would you give knife to a monkey? Right now, your mind is that monkey and every thought is cutting you. So you bleed emotionally, psychologically every day. You wonder why relationship doesn't work. Why peace is missing? Why joy feels like a luxury? Because you have outsourced your life to an untrained, overfed, noisy machine. So if you have a choice between a sharp mind and a still mind, choose a still mind. Sharpness is only useful for cutting. Stillness can hold the whole cosmos. So mind should be used the way you want. You shouldn't let the mind use the way it wants. When you stop clinging the thoughts, something magical happens. You start touching the presence, a pure being. That is you, stillness. There is you before the first thought. The awareness before the first thought. Before the name, identity, trauma, narrative. That you is untouched, vast and alive. And from that space, life flows like a gentle breeze. No noise, no madness, just grace. So now the question, would you keep suffering the inner noise? Or will you wake up to the stillness behind it? You are not your thought. You never were. It's time to drop that illusion. Start today, even for just 10 minutes. Sit and observe. Just pay attention to things that makes you feel you are alive. Whether it's your breath, your hand, your eye movements, your legs, your heartbeat. Paying attention to things that you feel alive. Your sensations, maybe you're sitting in a place. Feel the sensation with the ground, sensation from your skin to the ground. When you pay attention to things that makes you feel alive, that will break the chain of thoughts. 10 minutes, sit, just observe, watch the monkey, don't fight it. Let the mind bark like a street dog. You're not the dog, you're the sky to which it barks at. Don't try to fix thoughts. Do not try to fix the noise. Just wake up from things that is not you. And in that waking, there is a space, there is a power, there is a presence. There is you. Finally found you. How do I let go? This is the one question the world keeps asking. Let go of my past, let go of that person, let go of my pain. And I'll tell you the truth. Stop trying to let go. It doesn't work like that. Because the very effort to let go is how you're still holding on to it.